What's good? What's good with it with y'all out there? DJ Lil King Riding High Podcast.
It's your boy, Mr. Can, too. What's good?
Let's chop it up. Episode number 17. Got my dog Mr. Cantu up in the building, you know what I'm saying? Just got in town from College Station, you know what I'm saying? My boy from Corpus Christi, been living in College Station for about the past goddamn 10 years. And now he back in Corpus, you know what I'm saying? Been making music the whole time he been gone. Before he was gone, now he back, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna fuck around with a little something shit. But we're gonna do it. Let's chop it up tonight. We got a couple of topics that we got going on. Shit, let's talk about that Lil Tay shit, man.
Bro, man. Okay, the crazy thing about that shit was before they even announced her death or any of that shit, I was just on YouTube and I was just going through some videos and I saw like somebody, there was like an influencer or a blogger talking about Lil Tay, just her come up and how they found out like her mom was shady and shit. They were using like her mom was using her boss's cars and she was a real estate agent, so I guess that's why you always saw her in nice places.
Yeah,
because those are the places I guess her mom was selling or the company had.
Yeah,
and they would take advantage of it. And I had no idea. I didn't even really know much about Lil Tay. But then the next morning I wake up and it's like Daily Mail and TikTok and Instagram. She's dead.
Well, they said that her brother was the one that was putting her up to like all them shenanigans. Whenever she was like making all them like crazy videos of her flexing and doing all that crazy shit, they were saying her brother was the one that was putting her up to all them fucking type of crazy shenanigans and shit.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's a team effort with them.
And they were basically saying that what did that shit say on Instagram, that the parents have been controlling them?
Yeah. The mom was like the one behind the not. She was like the force behind them. Like she was pushing them. Like y'all can do this, we can do this, and shit like that. But
the mom and dad are divorced. The dad didn't want. The dad thought she was too young to be doing all that shit, right?
Yeah.
So didn't like the dad get like custody of her and then take her out of like the limelight? That's why we hadn't heard from her like
that's
years.
what I read some stuff like that, but. I mean, to be honest, I don't know that much about it where it's like I don't know the whole situation between the mom and the dad. All I know is the mom was like the manager. The brother was always in on it, coming up with stuff.
Right.
And then next thing you know, you wake up one morning and her and her brother died. And now Vancouver police and L.A. saying like, nah, we never heard about her death. And then that day later.
But that was like, that's like years. Yeah. That's like years later because she hasn't been like on the like. In the media or like in the spotlight for like
I'm not she made it on one of them big broadcasting networks like Good Morning America.
Yeah, I saw they had interviews.
She had like stuff like that. She was getting so famous
like 4 years ago or something. And that's when the dad said that it was like he didn't want her like on the type of shit, and that's when I think he like filed for like custody or some shit. And he won custody, and that's why we hadn't been seeing her in like a long time.
Yeah, because she deleted her social media completely.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like the last thing they said she posted was something about like XXX. And then, like, I guess it was his birthday or anniversary of his death, posted something. And then the next thing you knew, like, her whole Instagram page was shut down. All pictures, all videos, all deleted.
Damn.
But, I mean, shit, she did make a comeback just now.
So what do you think, like, the shit that they were doing, like, about, like, the flexing videos and all that shit? You think that shit was, like, all, like, for a 9-year-old?
Well, see, a lot of people, from what I was reading, they were talking about, like, they thought she was an industry plant because she was so young.
Yeah. Right?
So they said, well, if she's an industry plant, there's no reason why she has this money. Like, they put her up for success. Everybody kept thinking, so no one really doubted her about it. But at the same time, I felt like a lot of people were like, well, how did you really get this money at a young age and yada, yada, and whatever. I feel like that when I was that video I was watching, like, that was the intake and the downfall between both. Like, a lot of people thought she was an industry plant, so they didn't question the money in the houses and the cars.
Well, I didn't think she was an industry plant.
I don't know. She wasn't. No, she wasn't. But I'm just saying that was the idea they gave off. And it's going to go into later when we talk about Johnny later. You know how, like, they just spun a story and stuck with it.
Yeah.
And I can see how that works. And they probably saw somebody say that, and they're like, well, shit, we're not going to correct them. That way they can think that's why we have the money and stuff. And just turns out they were doing some shady shit. That's why her mom got fired from that real estate company because she was using them houses, but
in the car,
all them cars and everything.
So I wonder, like, were they really even racking in some type of income?
Probably not.
You don't think so?
I mean, I think they made something, but not what they made it out to be.
I think they were making some type of flow, like off of the Instagram. And shit for them. So.
I bet, but at the same time, like, I don't think it was like how they were making it perceived to be. Like where it's like I can afford this place, and this place. Okay. They probably had enough money to afford one place. Yeah. Not 5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can see that for sure.
And then she was like in the video saying, I'm fucking 9 years old. I got a Lamborghini. I mean, what is like a bad
Yeah.
BMW shit? Like, I can't
The
even
Bentley,
drive.
a Bentley, and all this other
Yeah,
shit. I can't
yeah,
even
yeah.
drive, and I got these cars. It turned out none of them had them cars.
So do you think all this was a publicity stunt to like get her back in the limelight, or do you think it was just like a whole bunch of
That was
bullshit
the
going on
first
with
thing
her?
that was the first thing that came to my head, that I thought it was a publicity stunt. Like I told you, even that first, like when I came over that one day, you were telling me, "Hey man, you see old girl died?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Bro, I don't believe that shit."
Yeah,
Like I straight up said that. Like I thought it was a publicity stunt, but that was right after I saw that YouTube video, and I was telling you, like it was weird. I guess how the algorithm works out, and it was just popping up, you know, and the next thing you know,
yeah,
she got a fake death.
yeah. That shit's crazy. Like,
That shit, okay, that's a clickbait right there for sure. Somebody died. Shit. What did J. Cole say in All My Life? I didn't even know little homie till little homie dead, and now I'm fucking Googling you, little buddy, you know? Like, like, I mean, it's a good way for someone to start Googling you and looking you up, telling them you're dead. And all of a sudden you come back to life, you're resurrected with the new fame and new followers and all that shit. What was it? Even on Dave, they did that shit.
Yeah, well, she's 14
Yeah.
now, so that's what I'm wondering. Like, is she gonna come back and like be like in the limelight now, or like is she
I don't
still,
know.
Like, gonna be fucking chilling and shit? You know what I'm saying? Like,
If she can make it past the whole like everybody, I mean, in this day and age when you like that kind of influence or whatever, I feel like you can come back.
yeah,
She could have her own spin on it, stay in her lane, but I mean, I guess that's up to her and her family what they want to do.
yeah, man. So I think according to the pops, he just want her to be on some like chill, low key shit.
Yeah.
Mom, you know, shit. They was counting on that motherfucking bank shit every goddamn fucking
Mm-hmm.
month, however fucking often them fucking social media companies cut them goddamn checks and shit. Hell yeah, man. Shit, what else do we have? Shit, I forgot. I'm high as fuck.
Shit, no, we were gonna talk about we also gonna talk about the Cowboys.
Oh, yeah,
They had a preseason game today.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You
Let's
know,
talk about that real quick.
shit, it was
Cowboys played today.
yeah, they played the Jags. They lost.
God damn, is it already looking bad for Dallas?
No. That was their defense was looking good. And here's a stat right now: they are back-to-back takeaway champs in the NFL.
Who, Dallas?
Yeah, takeaways.
Yeah.
Defensive wise, for the last 2 years, Dan Quinn's defense has led the league in takeaways for the last 2 years. That's a stat they brought up during the preseason game, and the only reason why they brought it up. Yeah, I watched the game. I was on the road watching that hoe on the way back from College Station.
Did Dak play any?
Nah, Dak didn't play today.
All right.
Cooper started, and then it was Greer after like right into the second quarter. He kind of finished the game.
Y'all saw Greer finish
But
the game.
shit,
He threw an interception at the end.
yeah, Trevor Lawrence threw an interception too, first series.
God damn.
Shit, defense was looking good. That's when they started coming up with these stats. And they started saying it because the last team to do that, go back to back, lead the league in takeaways, was the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I forgot what they said, 70 something. But that third year, they ended up going to the Super Bowl. So I already know it's probably going to be come Monday. I bet you Skip Bayless going to be talking about some Super Bowl talk. ESPN will talk. Just because it just played out, you know, and they throw a stat. And, you know, once the media throws a stat like something like that, especially with the Cowboys, shit, we tend to take off with it.
Did you see that play at the end where that fool fucking pulled that crazy shit out of his ass?
Hell yeah, the dude for the Jaguars,
Yeah,
the quarterback for the Jaguars, man. Hey, I tell you what, he showed up today. He did a little Johnny football right there.
Yeah, I think
He got it. Yeah, I think he good too because he didn't play till the fourth quarter. But Greer, he wasn't doing good until like he didn't get into rhythm until the third quarter of that game. And then I was watching the game because I wanted to watch Deuce.
Yeah,
he didn't come in really until like a threat or anything until the fourth quarter. He did score a touchdown. He got a preseason. He had a nice like 35-yard run. Yeah. For the most part, like you can see why he's so quick and nimble because he's so small. And by the time you get to that second gear, the linebackers, you know, usually tall players, you can see where they're coming.
Yeah.
But since he's so short, they don't know where he's going. And by the time he's there, he's so quick, he gone. Yeah. You know, just real. I mean, he had some really nice highlights, but he wasn't the premier back in the preseason. It was Dublin. Or Tublin, I forget how you say his name, but he was the one that was really getting to it. The first round pick, the defensive guard dude they took, Minchie, what's it, number 98.
Who's the starting running back for Dallas? Is it Pollard, but he's hurt right now?
I don't know if it's Pollard because they also re-signed Zeke.
No, they didn't. Check on ESPN real quick. See that. Anybody watching? Did Zeke get re-signed?
I swear he did. I thought I saw an article. Let me double check. Shit, I'm high too, bro. Let's see.
Zeke got re-signed. pulled that shit out of his ass, that quarterback shit. I was like, God damn, I just knew that nigga was about to get sandwiched.
Right.
Shit, next thing you fucking know, that nigga fucking, he about to get fucking tackled and shit. The nigga was all on his fucking legs and shit. That nigga still threw that hoe straight to the end zone, straight up motherfucking touchdown.
Well, Pollard didn't play today.
Yeah, I don't think Pollard played.
Pollard didn't play at all.
Yeah.
Here, I can pull up the box.
Yeah, because I think he's a starter, but I know that I know Zeke ain't with Dallas.
Yeah, I know
no more.
there's probably some bullshit talk. So like it was just bit. Let's see, this is Cowboys right here. So Vaughn Deuce, right? He had 8 carries, 50 yards, 6.2. He averaged 1 touchdown. Dowdle had fucking 21 yards. Greer had 14 rushing. Receiving, Stevens Jr., 56 yards, 1 touchdown, fucking 5 receptions, averaged 11.2 yards a catch. Ferguson, number 48, 38 yards. Dowdle, 33. Houston, 33. Tolbert, 29. So, like, yeah, I had a lot of people in the
How did
Turpin.
fucking goddamn Lawrence do?
DeMarcus Lawrence?
No, Trevor.
Trevor Lawrence, he had the interception. Let me see. I could pull up this right
He
here.
didn't pull up he didn't throw no touchdowns or nothing.
He went 5 for 6, 36 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception.
Already. Yeah.
Yeah, his second drive, he came out there and they fucking threw a touchdown. To you know who they threw that touchdown to?
Ooh.
Fuck man, it's funny. We going back to A&M again. Christian Kirk.
Oh shit, he's with Jacksonville.
Yeah, he with Jacksonville. He the Aggie.
Already.
You know, shit. It's full circle today with that show.
Oh shit.
Already.
For sure. Shit, we gonna talk about shit. Anybody seen the Netflix documentary on Johnny Manziel? What's it called? Untold.
Yeah, it's Untold. Untold.
Johnny Manziel and all that shit. I don't know. I've seen a lot of bad reviews. I've seen a lot of people feel like that it wasn't a complete documentary. That it didn't like it was. I guess it was supposed to be a redemption story, but there was no redemption towards it.
I don't think it was a redemption story. None of those Untolds are redemption stories.
Already.
I mean, think about all the ones they've done, like the dude with the crime and penalties, where the dad bought the hockey player, the team. That didn't end well. The other one was about the dude that was gambling. That didn't end well. He lost it. The referee too. What was the other Untold?
Was it one with the Monte Teo?
Yup, Manti Teo.
Yeah.
Right? How did that end well for him? None of these Untolds are like redemption stories. So I feel like people just took that out of context.
Already.
And the way I saw it, the way I watched it, and we watched it too. He was just kind of, I think for the first time, Johnny was just being honest to the public about himself and what he was actually doing.
Yeah.
Like, it was the first time he owned up to all his mistakes, owned all his stuff. I think maybe on a national, like a publicly level, you know what I mean? Like, he wasn't hiding, because you learned in that video, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, he did a lot of fucked up shit, and he didn't give a fuck. They made up a lot of lies. They made up a lot of things. They did what went behind the NCAA back, but he admits it all. You know?
Yeah.
And I don't see it as a redemption story. I just see him as like, you know what? I'm finally owning my truth story.
We were talking about it the other day on the podcast about how like the athletes can get paid now and how basically they weren't getting paid shit, so they were going like behind the NCAA's back and signing the autographs and shit and getting paid. And the first dude offered them $3,000, and then what he say? The dude came and said, "Man, this dude's offering."
Yeah, he
me
said he's
basically
hoeing you.
pennies."
He said he's hoeing you, man. Go downstairs. The king of autographs is downstairs.
Yeah.
He said they took him to the I forgot the name of the hotel, but it was in Florida, down there in Miami. He said sign everything, take pictures, and then I'll give you the code to the safe. They did it. They opened the code to the safe. $30K right there sitting for him.
Yeah.
Fucking 19-year-olds with $30K right there just for fucking 30 minutes of work.
But they had said that A&M had made an estimated, what did they say, 50 to 70 million off of him being there.
Yeah.
So they had made like 35 million off of him
just off the winning the Heisman.
Just off the
Heisman. And then that whole year in donations, they got over $740 million in donations after the year he won that Heisman. That shit, and basically in about 6 months, A&M, I was there at this time.
That's what I said. Let's talk about that a little bit. Being in College Station before the Johnny Manziel fucking fever, and then being in College Station when the shit hits, and then after the shit is over. Let's talk about what's College Station like before Johnny Manziel mania hits.
Okay, before Johnny football occurred,
because
before
y'all
that,
are still in the Big 12. Y'all basically
it was all SEC talk. All SEC talk. So like a lot of people that were like had friends that went to school like at other places, we'd be like, well, you know what? Y'all ain't in the SEC. We in the SEC. Y'all are still in the Big 12. Y'all want to stay in your own little bubble. We trying to go to a bigger pond. That was like the biggest A&M brag you could have. We're in the SEC. Like, I don't care what you say. We're gonna play against the big boys. Even though at the time, they were over a little 500. They weren't even that great. They weren't. But then we get a brand new coach, Kevin Sumlin. We're going to the SEC. There's a lot of hype, and that's all people talked about. Is like we talked about. Man, we're gonna get to see Alabama. We're gonna get to see LSU.
Johnny Manziel
I didn't even know Johnny was gonna be the starting quarterback. Like I only knew like let's go to Midnight Yell. Let's learn you're learning the things, the traditions. You're learning a lot of old stuff. You're going to Northgate. You just know like I'm gonna go fucking tailgate and get drunk and get fucked up and go to the football game and cheer. Because why we in the SEC?
Well, so what's the Midnight Yell? What is that?
So Midnight Yell is like Friday night. So we have games on Saturday. So Friday night at midnight, everybody meets at Kyle Field. They go to meet Kyle Field, and it's kind of like it's a pep rally. You're going over cheers. They're talking shit about the other team. You're basically just getting riled up, hyped up for the game. And then once Midnight Yell's over, you go straight to Northgate. And it's time to go hit the bars and hit the drinks, and then wake up butt crack of dawn if it's an early ass game, and you start tailgating at 6, 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
You starting to barbecue. You already out there drinking. You already out there having a good time, and you there all day, all night. Win or lose, you go end up at Northgate again. Back to the bars, back to the clubs, and it's just full circle. And that is football life at College Station. Like like they shut down streets, they shut down things. People turn their houses into parking garages.
So the year before Johnny Manziel, everyone's talking about the SEC, but I'm talking about like the football team wise. So like there isn't really like no like crunkness around the football team. What I'm saying, like it's just the usual. Yeah, there's no
like you hype for it. You always root for the team. It's no different than I guess I guess any college football team's kind of like this. It's kind of no different than like the mentality of the Cowboys. Every year you think you're going to take it. We're going to make it to the championship. Alright. That's what you want because that's your team. That's your school. Alright. You know what I mean?
But what I mean is like going to the games like the year before and leaving the games. Like going to the games and them always fucking losing games is vice versa. The Johnny Manziel comes and now we got this dude that's badass from the year before where I want to say the quarterback was Ryan Tannehill and he was like this decent, you know what I'm saying?
It don't matter.
To go from a season to where you're basically, I don't even remember their record that season. I want to say it was like a fucking 7-6 or 6 or 7 or some shit to go
8-5
from some shit like that. So now we got this dude here, and we lost our first game, but now we're on a fucking win streak, and we didn't won fucking goddamn 7 in a row. I think is what it was that got to at one point by the time they played like Alabama.
Yeah. No, I mean. That was completely different, but like the mentality of the average fan or the mentality of every college student was still the same. We're gonna fucking still go to the support. Like that never slide. The energy never changed. The energy never changed. It just intensified once we started really winning. You know what I mean?
God damn.
And then once like Johnny happened and Johnny football happened, and I would have to say it'd be the first SEC win we got. That was really when it took off because we played like SMU, and some like okay, we expect to win those games.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Those are the games that we sell for like $15, $20.
Yeah, hell
and you can go. But like when it got to like Ole Miss,
the
first time we got to play Arkansas like that and Jerry World or any that really started motivated and moving, and then that's when people were like, "Fuck, we can do this shit." And then they were really behind Johnny, and then it wasn't until Alabama where he made history. Where like the whole city was just like, I'm pretty sure there wasn't a bitch he couldn't fuck in College Station after that.
Already,
like mom, grandma, niece, it don't matter. Like anybody could have got it.
Already. So before that, like, well, I guess what I'm saying, like before the games, like they showed on the goddamn documentary, like he's getting fucked up. Like, okay, the games are on Saturday. Was he getting fucked up on? He wasn't getting fucked up on Fridays, but he was getting fucked up on like Thursdays, right? And hungover on Fridays to the point where they were questioning him playing on Saturdays, right? Was that what it was?
That's what it was. From what I heard, like, and from what I know, my friends that were also on the team, like Thursday night they could be able to go out. If it was a hometown game, Friday they would get in the hotel and they would start like checking, like make sure I think you got curfew and everything else and all that crap. I'm not saying like people didn't sneak out. I'm not saying people couldn't get in, but it was more of a lockdown situation, and I'm pretty sure it was even tighter when they traveled. I wasn't there personally, like in that hotel, but I do know that Thursday night, like for sure, if it was a home game Thursday night, they at Northgate.
Oh,
You would see Mike Evans, you would see Johnny Manziel, you see everybody like out there having a good time, you know.
Damn.
Malcolm Kennedy and them and all them boys.
And this is Thursday before the game. Damn.
Bro, just like.
So explain Northgate to the people that don't know. Explain what Northgate. For everybody that don't know, we talking about when Johnny Manziel was at A&M. Homeboy just came back from Corpus. He's been living in College Station probably since about 2011, 2012.
Yeah, 2012.
He was there for the whole Johnny Manziel mania. So he's going to explain to us there's like a place in College Station where everybody basically goes to party. Is this like is this like the main part like for the college kids?
Yeah. This is so basically if I have to say it, the Northgate is like these 3-4 blocks. It's shut down. And it's where all the bars are. It's where all the hip hop clubs are. It's where everything, country, anything you want. Some pizza shops, some taco shops, some food trucks.
Yeah.
You know, your shop bars. It's where it all goes down. That is your downtown club hopping space to be. If you at A&M, you going to Northgate.
Oh, really?
Right. It's like a miniature version of like 6th Street, but condensed and like to like, you know, about.
There's bars right next door to each other.
Right next door to each other. Right,
okay.
Just like how it is like that.
But there's not no places to like shop and buy clothes and shit on Northgate.
Like, yeah, there is. So like, there's a spot where like they got a barbershop, churches around it. They got restaurants, and then you have like regular shit where you have like bars, clubs that don't open up until the nighttime. During the day, you have like an old Army depot, like shit down there. You have like some that are like they're bars at night, clubs at night, but during the day they serve restaurants to like families. And everything.
Shit, okay,
So like it's a whole
okay.
like little spot that in those areas it's always busy, always there, and you have like churches all around it, like little like Methodist, Baptist, things around there too. And then you have people that live in the area, and then you got like freaking student housing behind it, a certain area, and then you got parking garage across it. Like you got 2 different parking garages, and right across the street is other buildings, and you have for school.
Yeah.
So like it's all right in the mix of it.
Yeah, damn. So fucking Northgate goes down on Thursdays.
Shit, Northgate go down like that's the only thing to do there. So it go down like almost every night.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Shit, you could be out there Sunday. They got bars out there. I don't
Can you tell the difference in Northgate on a Saturday night if they won and if they lost? If they win, it's probably gonna be super lit. If they lost, it's just gonna be normal.
If they lost, they're getting even more fucked up.
So the football players go back to Northgate after the game.
So some do, some don't. Some go to different parties. Some like they'll have a lot of fraternities and sororities that be throwing their own things too. Yeah. Other people be doing stuff, but if they win, guarantee they probably making it to Northgate.
Already.
They want us to be with everybody else, and they just like anybody else, man. They want to go out there and say, "I was on the team, we won. I'm gonna try to get some ass."
Already.
And then go back to wherever we go after the club closes at 2 and keep partying till 5, 6 in the morning. Just fucking college life.
Yeah, hell yeah.
At the time.
God damn. So then this shit fucking hits where he fucking wins the fucking Heisman. And after he wins the Heisman, then what happened?
Shit, he's a legend, bro. Like, I don't think I've saw so many Johnny jerseys or people knocking off Johnny jerseys or how many more scalpers are out there. You can always find scalpers out there selling tickets to, everything. Like, I feel like it was just like everybody was getting it. Restaurants were trying to get involved. If they had a picture, if Johnny ate there, they would try to take a picture and post it and be like, "Oh, Johnny eats here." Like I'm telling you, like that shit was like,
damn.
That shit was like hella media, and like everybody wanted to take advantage. The whole city ate up on that shit.
You seeing like ESPN and them in town and shit like that.
Yeah, you see them at the hotels. You see them the college game day bus coming.
Damn.
You had all of them like businesses. I mean, people out there like early in the fucking morning, 5, 6 in the morning, like college game day setting up. They out there already. Johnny heads everywhere. Scooby Doo fucking costumes everywhere.
God damn.
I mean that shit was crazy. Like the only way I can ever I would try to explain it from what I hear was similar was like how Kevin Durant was like at fucking Texas. They said that fool had to be on a golf cart to go all over the place.
Or like
because he would just get bombarded and by everybody and shit. That's all you would hear stories is fucking like if they found out he was there, I best believe it's getting crowded. Like that shit's gonna get packed.
Yeah, because I said that after his freshman year, his sophomore year, he had to basically take classes online and shit like that.
Yeah, I didn't. Nobody knew the reason why. A lot of people just speculated he didn't want to go to class.
Yeah,
I didn't know that's why.
I
I didn't know that until the. I mean, I can imagine just because the way you saw things, but I didn't know that was the real reason. I just thought he didn't want to, deal with shit, or that's what everybody was saying, or that's what the media was saying.
Yeah, because I remember it was like fucking Drake was like fucking with them and all that shit. Like all that shit was like popping off. So then after he ends up leaving and going to the draft, like does like things kind of go back to like normal?
No. Because like the store, so even though he's gone, there's still stores that are doing the same promotions.
That are still capitalizing off of his.
Like saying like that. If we beat Alabama, you buy all the furniture you buy all month. If we beat Alabama, we'll pay you back what you paid.
Already.
Like still doing.
So the whole craze is still going
still
on. Shit that they weren't even thinking about doing before.
They just realized they didn't need him anymore. They could still do it or still use his name.
Yeah.
They still sell number 2s. They still do like. It never stopped.
Or the Arad that had started surrounding A&M football at the time he had helped it grow so big that even though he was gone, it was still
boiling.
It was still a fucking big thing.
It was still broiling. It was still going.
Like Vince Young, he's gone from Texas, but everybody's still like, okay, we're ready for the next Vince Young.
Because if you remember, after him, we had one of them.
Kyler Murray? No, it was Kyle Allen. Kyle Allen and Kyler Murray.
The one that transferred from Oklahoma?
Yeah, Kyler Murray.
No. The white boy. He was dating one of the Duck Dynasty girls.
Oh, Travis Knight?
There you go. See, and it got to the point where, like, they had to talk about
Trevor Knight or some shit like that,
They had to talk about who he was dating, another celebrity. Why? Because the whole Johnny Manziel, he was out with celebrities. He, like, you know what I mean? Like, the craze, like, I was like, I don't give a fuck who this dude's dating. Like, how do we know, like, like.
And he wasn't even that good.
He wasn't even that good. And then he got, I think Kyler Murray replaced him.
Yeah.
Right? Kyler replaced him, and then Kyler left, and then, came up.
No, I think Kyle Allen was before Kyler Murray. I think Kyle Allen fucking replaced that dude. I could be wrong, but then I think Kyle Allen was playing shitty, and then Kyler Murray got put in the game, and then some shit like that. I don't remember exactly.
Kyler Murray didn't stay there that much longer after that either.
Neither one. All of them,
they kept going.
Yeah, they all took off.
Yeah, but even then, it was to the point where like they would treat them like celebrities. Like, who are you dating? What is this? Where like normally you don't hear about that from quarterbacks, at least back then, before the NIL deals and all that stuff. But yeah, no, that shit kept going.
So as of today, if you in College Station, you could easily go somewhere and find a Manziel jersey.
Not now. I would say after his stint with the Browns and after he got out of the league, it starts dying out. But I'm not saying.
So A&M is almost trying to disassociate themselves. No, not disassociate themselves like that, but almost like on the low type shit.
No, like back then you could go to any gas station, you could go to any store, you could find something.
Yeah.
Now you could probably find it like at an Academy or a Target or like. It's not like like it's still there.
You got to go to Academy or some shit.
Like a.
Whereas back then you probably pull up in a mom and pop store and they didn't order fucking 10 jerseys from fucking AliExpress or some shit.
Because trust me, regardless of his reputation, they're never gonna deny the fact they have a Heisman winner
and what he did for the school.
So like even how you see it in the beginning, like everybody still loved him. Yeah, it's just like it's not as common to see that shirt and a jersey like it used to be. Fucking 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That's all.
God damn. So what's it looking like this year coming up, babe, for the team? What y'all talking about?
Man. Hopefully we do some damage this year. Hopefully this is Jimbo's year to actually take us to the playoffs, man. That's the goal, to make it to the playoffs, so we can compete for a national title, or even shit. It would be, I think, not making the playoffs, if we can win the SEC championship or make it to the SEC championship game. I feel like that would be a big step for Jimbo. That would be the credibility for his $70 million contract. Right? I feel like that would actually give him some status. Like, hey, I took one team to the national championship and I took another one to the SEC championship. I think that would actually solidify him and why we pay him so much money. At the same time, I feel like a lot of people just they kind of want this year to be over with, and we're ready to see TU and start that rivalry back up again.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Because, like,
everybody ready to see the fucking Texas versus Texas A&M fucking rivalry again. Shit.
I feel like a lot of people are just like, man, we can't wait to do that. And I promise you, wherever it is or wherever they play that is going to be one of the livest tailgates you could ever be at in the state of Texas when that game goes down again. Both schools are going to tailgate the shit out of it. you already know it's gonna be a bunch of people having fun, getting drunk, enjoying, and then when the football comes time, they're gonna be talking shit.
All right, man. Let's talk about you was trying to put me on some shit a while back about that, like Chicago drill rap and all that shit. Let's talk a little bit about that shit, babe. So, how do you get into all that shit, like and who do you fuck with out of it? Do you know the difference between like all these different sets and all that shit? Who?
No.
I'm
not all hardcore into it like that. I just appreciate the story. So like, I got family and I got cousins from Chicago.
All right.
So every time they came down, they would always show me like the latest like Fabulous mixtape, and then from their brothers to their little cousins, everything started showing me like, yo, bro, this is G Herbo, this is Phaso Land, or this is fucking Lil Bibby, or this is King Louie.
Yeah.
You know, like this is Chief Keef.
Yeah.
Right? Like literally putting me on that, and that's the shit they like. That's the shit I would listen to, and they would come down, and I would just, from like features and all the people on the mixtapes, I would branch out, and if I liked it, I jammed it. If I didn't, I didn't.
Yeah.
You know, I can't tell you everybody and all that, but I mean, Phaso Land was one of my favorite mixtapes with fucking G Herbo, and I always fucked with G Herbo just because one of his homeboys would play basketball at A&M, and he was on the crew league when they ended up playing when G Herbo had a team.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that fool Fabian out there, man, he was dope. And then my cousins really fucked with a lot of like, you know, G Herbo and King Louie, and that's who they really like to jam, and Lil Bibby, and that's how I learned about Juice WRLD, through Lil Bibby and all them.
Oh shit. God damn.
But I just like music. You already know that. I like, but that whole seed I got put all through my cousins from up there. So
shit. Hell yeah.
Shout out to them.
Hell yeah, that's what's up. Shout out to the Ken folks up there in goddamn Chicago. Man, I want to talk a little bit about the year we pulled up the South by Southwest, and your Ken folks and them pulled up and met us there. They were from Arlington. We had you, man. We met from all over the fucking Texas at South by Southwest. You was there from goddamn College Station. I was there from Corpus. Your cousins and them were there from fucking Arlington. We met up with people from fucking H-Town and fucking all types of shit. Let's talk about them popping up with the mobile DJ booth. I've tried to talk to it about the homies a couple of times, but let's give an explanation of how it goes down with the mobile DJ booth.
All right. Shit. My cousin.
And this is South by Southwest 2016.
Yeah, like 16.
And we're thugging it. When I say thugging it, I mean we don't got no bracelets or nothing. We just hopped in the car. We got a place to stay for like the week that we're there, but we weren't even there for a week. We were there for like 3 days, but
with your cousin.
we literally didn't. We thug. When I say thugging it, because there's different ways I say. I say you go to South by Southwest like the legit way, which is getting the bracelets and all that shit, or you could just go thugging it, which is you ain't got no bracelets. You better be looking to wait in lines to pay at every venue and all that type of shit. So
you finding out which venues are free,
Yeah.
which ones to see artists that win,
Hell yeah.
where to catch it,
So
where
we
to
basically
stand,
went-
where you can't afford to get in and you can still see the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
we
did all that shit.
We had a fucking.
You
we-
learn
we
how
had
to
a place,
hustle that shit.
We had a place to stay, and then we pulled up to fucking South by Southwest. I want to say we pulled up there on a fucking. I think we pulled up there on like a Wednesday night or Thursday night. I can't remember exactly. I think it was Thursday night.
Okay,
We put up there on-
Wednesday. Is that the first night when we ran into Sauce?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Okay,
about.
so it was a Wednesday night.
We pulled up.
We put up on a Wednesday night.
We put up on a fucking Wednesday night to fucking South by Southwest, and we get there like around fucking 11:30. We pull up into Austin like around 11:30, 12. And I remember telling this fool, hey, you just want to go to my fucking Kim folks' house and just crash, and then we'll basically start South by Southwest tomorrow, or you want to go downtown and fucking see what we could fucking see if we can find anything to get into. And he was like, fuck it, let's just fucking get off and see if we get anything. Fuck it, we fucking park, we go down, we park downtown, we get off, we walk. I want to say the first venue we walked into, we didn't even walk into the venue. The first venue we walked up to, we see the whole fucking TSF out there.
They just started getting out their car. Like they pulled up. We were there looking like, man, this shit looks dead.
Yeah,
and we about to walk away, and fucking 2 cars pull up, and a whole bunch of people get out, and it's TSF.
Oh, this is like the first generation TSF,
yeah,
like all the
like,
old school
yeah,
ones.
so like
Sosa Man, fucking
was
Sancho,
there.
Sauce,
Yo,
Walker,
yes.
fucking goddamn, fucking all the
These
old
we're like they the main attraction. Them 3.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody else really. Their entourage, nobody really knew at the time. They were just homies rolling with them.
No, they do.
But like, you know what I mean.
Big Baby Flavor was
yeah,
with them. Yeah, they weren't really known.
That was like a couple more years later where he got a little bit more when we saw him again at South by, and he had a real name.
Yeah.
But at the time, like
they were just like the homies. They were rapping too.
They were coming up. They were starting to grind.
Fifth Ward JP and all them.
Yeah, Fifth Ward JP and all them.
Sauce Bieber,
and then
So we get there, they hop out the fucking cars, and we're just fucking chilling. I had like some blunts in my pocket, so we start firing up, and then they get out of the car, and we basically start asking them like, "Where y'all about to perform?" They're like, "We about to perform in here." So before they go and perform, they're sitting there lighting up blunts, and we're just lighting up blunts. We're just passing the blunts to each other. I remember telling Freak Man this story. Shout out to Freak Man. I remember telling this story about. Remember the dude? They were like selling merchandise, and I asked the dude how much for the shirt. And the dude goes, $40. And I go, oh, shit, I'm good. And then Sauce Walker goes, what you got? I go, 20. And then Sauce Walker tells his fucking manager, dude, man, get that nigga that shit for that $20, man. His nigga sold me a fucking Sauce by Southwest shirt.
That was one of the dopest shirts he had.
Yeah, for fucking $20. And that was like some dope ass shit. The fucking manager dude tried to fucking get me for the 40. And Sauce said, man, get that. Yeah, try to get an extra 20. Sauce said, get that nigga that shit for that $20, man.
Their South by Southwest must have just started right then and there, too, because he was ready for some money.
Hell yeah. So they walk in the fucking venue, and we're thinking, like, man, we ain't got no bracelets or nothing. We ain't about to get in this motherfucker. So we tell the dude, like, hey, we ain't got no bracelets. Like, how do you get in this bitch? He say, $5. We're like, $5? He's like, yeah, but you got to pay with a debit card. Just so happened we both had debit cards loaded with fucking cash. Swiped the fucking debit cards, walked in that bitch, and watched a good 15, 20 minutes TSF performance. Shit, I ain't gonna say Sauce Walker because they all basically performed. So our very first show at that South by Southwest, we saw we weren't even downtown for 20 minutes, and we saw fucking Sauce Walker and them perform, and they fucking showed ass, throwing water all on the crowd. It was a fucking badass show.
It was a dope ass show.
And I want to say after that show, we walked around for a little bit more, and we were like, okay, I think that was good enough. Like we're satisfied. We'll come back tomorrow.
We'll come back in the morning. We're like, fuck,
like they put on such a good show. Like it was gonna be hard to top what they had done.
Yeah, I didn't think we were gonna beat that after that.
Yeah, it was gonna be hard to top that shit.
So we went back home. We went
the next day. Yeah, and then we're out there fucking thugging it once again. But the whole time, I think the night before he had already talked to his cousins, and his cousin them had said that they were gonna fucking pull up the next day. So we go downtown, this Austin, South by Southwest, and we're just thugging it, just me and fucking Bert and fucking Cantu. We fucking, after a couple of hours, his kinfolk and them pull up from Arlington, man. They got a motherfucking, what they have, were they in a truck?
They were in a fucking Suburban.
A Suburban with
a trailer hitch to
that bitch.
They had a trailer hitch to that bitch, which would look like basically like one of them, like, you know, like lawnmower trailers or whatever that, you know, that's all enclosed in, that you pull down and you pull everything out. Yeah. They fucking parked it. They unloaded.
Because it wasn't like a trailer that you just let down. This bitch was like an enclosure, almost like I don't even know what the fuck the most called, but it was a trailer, but it was an enclosed trailer that had a fucking, like a garage, like a door on that bitch that you could close and everything, shit. Like.
And then them motherfuckers pulled up, and I go, what you got in there? And my cousin, you know, shout out to Larry Jr., he was like, man, I wanted to come DJ down here, but they had to fucking pay for a permit, and I didn't have time to get the permit in time. I was all, so what are you doing? He's all, so I put my DJ booth and I made it mobile. I put fucking wheels on the bottom. I put a TV in front. I built this whole little thing, and he had fucking speakers on both sides, and he had 2 generators on the bottom powering the whole thing. And basically he said, dude, instead of fucking staying in one spot and paying a venue to DJ, we're just going to walk and DJ the whole time.
No, the plan was to post up in spots, but we figured like we would have to jump from spot to spot real quick because we didn't have permits. So we would probably only be able to pull up in a spot and jam out for maybe a good fucking 15, 20 minutes, and then we're going to have to fucking move around type shit.
But shit, it was like I never thought about that, and it was a fucking brilliant idea because we could literally go anywhere, push the cart, and there was already a group of us, and we're just pushing the cart and we're playing music while we're going down, and eventually we ended up getting like every day some crowd following us because they thought we was an act, or they thought anything, but
everybody was just so anxious to fucking get their music heard out there that people were out there that didn't even have no South by Southwest performances of no type, official or unofficial, and they were just so hungry to get people to hear their music that they were coming up. Once we finally did get set up, they were coming up to us offering us fucking $50, $100 just to play one of their songs and let them rap one of their songs because we were right in the middle of 6th Street. Not in the middle of 6th Street. We were in the middle of 6th Street, but we were on the side of 6th Street, like ready to fucking jam out. And people were literally walking up to us, offering us $50, $100 to play their fucking songs and shit like that. People were walking up, leaving all kinds of flyers and see. Man, that's what I say too. We didn't have that mobile DJ booth set up for maybe fucking 5 to 7 minutes. By the time that bitch was, the top of that hole was already flooded with flyers and fucking CDs.
Yep.
Like, we weren't there for 5 to 7 minutes before the top of that bitch was flooded with fucking flyers and CDs.
That's when motherfuckers really handed CDs.
Yeah, hell
sell
yeah.
CDs, try to sell you a mixtape. Like, man, just give me a couple dollars, you get the tape. Like, I'm telling you, we would just get flooded with it, and we'd be like, what the fuck? And it was a trip. It was crazy, but it did show you, like, man, that's a place to be. You need to go out there and just hustle, because you never know if somebody can pick it up. You never know who's gonna listen to it. You never know anything, but you just got to go out there and do it. And that's what the motherfuckers were doing. And we were just really trying to have a good time, enjoy some music, and get our own shit out there. We didn't even think about this. This like came to us, and that's when we started realizing, like, man, you could turn this into a real business. You could really start learning how to flip, you know, and move your merch when you come out to South by Southwest.
Yeah, because that year I think we even did a fucking mixtape. Me and Cantu did a mixtape. We pressed up some copies, and we took them hoes up there to fucking 6th Street, South by Southwest and shit. We wanged a bunch of them hoes, shit. Selling them people all over, and I just like, didn't sell none to nobody from Corpus, because we were like the only niggas that we knew that were there from Corpus, but everybody that we sold them CDs to were just different people from all over the fucking world and shit. Not just the U.S., all across the fucking world and shit.
Talking about Jersey, New York, where I ended up making some cats and doing some people, doing some work with, and they play my stuff. They shoot me, like, you know, you start networking.
Yeah, like a
you
motherfucker.
Really, you know, that's when I was down there one year, and that's when I met one of my homies out of Louisiana. He was a great dude with the beats. Comes through. There was another dude. Like, you just start networking. You don't know who you're gonna meet, but you gotta go. You gotta show up. You don't show up, it ain't gonna happen.
So then we're posted up with the fucking shit, and I think the laws had already I don't even know if they remember that they had told us to shut it down yet, because they came up to us and told us no, they were like shut it down, but then they said we could fucking move it. But then we run into the rapper Q with the dreads.
Oh yeah,
where's he from? I can't remember where he from. Shit, but
he from Atlanta.
We ran into the rapper Q, who sings OG Bobby Johnson. And OG Bobby Johnson, Q is basically like, hey, I'm finna shoot a video and I want y'all to be in that hoe. Can we use the mobile DJ booth, and like we're gonna rap in front of it, and then y'all could be in the video and everything. So we literally end up shooting a music video like right then and there with fucking Q and his video man and
we shut that shit
like a
down.
motherfucker. The video's on YouTube and everything. I can't remember the name of it, but just search Q fucking
South by Southwest.
QUE South by Southwest, and then you'll see like the vlog. And then after the vlog, they released the real video, because I remember watching the real video, and the real video had us in that motherfucker too and shit.
Man, I'm telling you, and you see it has like almost like not a drone footage, but they back out. And you could see that whole intersection is covered. Like, there were some city workers that you could see in the video. They were working on during their job, and there were so many people they couldn't drive the little Gator truck that they had, so they just posted up and started jamming with us, and they in the video. And that shit got shut down.
Hell yeah. Then like a little bit, can't remember if it was after that or before that, fucking Noisy and Viceland come up to us, because we were riding hoverboards and shit. And they started asking us could they shoot a commercial. So we ended up shooting a commercial for fucking Viceland, Noisy, and Budweiser. But I never ever saw that commercial shit. They had the cameras out there. They had the fucking... No, that was a different girl. They had for the Budweiser and Viceland, Noisy commercial, they had like the big old paperwork out there for us to read the lines off of and all that shit. And then just so happened later on in the fucking day or some shit, we run into some girl who's like a photographer for Noisy. And she asked me too, because the commercial people were Viceland and Budweiser. That's who it was. Viceland and Budweiser were the people doing the commercial.
Noisy
and then later on that day, we ran into some girl named Brittany Sawaki from Noisy. And she ended up taking some pictures of us and posting us in on the Noisy website, riding hoverboards and shit like that. And that shit was pretty dope.
Shit.
And that was maybe like halfway through the day.
You can look it up. You can see Lil King. He doing the drill. He doing the sauce right here.
Yeah, well, the article was called like the best
art of hoverboard.
No, it was called the article was called the best and worst shit we saw at South by Southwest 2016. So it was on noisy.com, and the article is called the worst and best shit we saw at South by Southwest 2016. And there's a picture of me sitting on riding a fucking hoverboard, doing a sauce pose on that motherfucker shit. That shit was fucking badass shit.
That shit was live when it came out.
Hell yeah, for damn sure. And then later on the fucking day, after we done already got told by 3-4 times to fucking move the DJ booth, the next time they tell us, they're literally gonna fucking give us a fucking citation. But they also tell us if y'all take this shit to the other side of the freeway. When I say the people, when I say they tell us, I'm talking about the police. The police tell us if y'all take it to the other side of 6th Street, y'all will be good and we won't be worried about y'all.
Yeah, we won't.
So we literally rolled this whole motherfucking mobile DJ booth
under the bridge
to the other side of 6th Street, under the fucking bridge, halfway there. And mind you, we got this shit playing music and everything. Everybody's fucking jamming, us lights going. We're literally walking down 6th Street, fucking from the fucking from Dirty 6 to fucking East 6 to down and under the fucking underpass and everything. Everybody's walking up to us because we're fucking jamming out like a motherfucker. Then fucking some DJ nigga walks up to me. He like, play that Waka Flocka hard in the paint. I mean, no, he said, play Waka Flocka. What he say?
He said, hey, man, he goes, hey, you got any Waka Flocka? And I go, yeah. And he go, man, can you, what is it? It's off the Shoot Me, Salute Me Part 2.
I can't remember. He
goes,
Waka Flocka
I go hard in the, no, that one ain't it. Is that one it?
It's hard in the paint. He said, play hard in the paint.
Yeah, hard in the paint.
He said, can y'all play hard in the paint? And then I'm like, why is this random nigga just coming up to me asking me to play a song? Because like I said, this was in 2016. Hard in the Paint was like hard in like 2010. Like, why is this random nigga coming up to me asking me to play a motherfucking song from fucking 6 years ago? So he's like, hey, just play it. And then everybody's like, word is like getting around real quick that Waka Flocka and his crew are like down the street and they're about to walk up on us and shit. So the dude's like persistently asking me to play that song. So we end up fucking putting up the song and then we end up fucking playing it. The dude long story short, the dude turned out to fucking be DJ fucking Holiday.
Yeah, it was DJ Holiday telling us
to play the Waka song. So we played the fucking song and next thing you know, Waka Flocka comes up to us with his whole entourage. And at that point, there was already like a good 40 probably a good 30 to 40 people that were just in I ain't gonna say our entourage, but basically our entourage that was pushing that fucking mobile DJ booth, like
the little party
the little party that was following us was basically probably like a good 30 to 40 people.
Yeah.
Waka Flocka comes up with fucking about 20 fucking people, and we just standing on the side of the fucking freeway, and Waka Flocka's basically not performing the song, but basically singing the song while everybody get crunk to it and everybody's doing videos and shit like that.
And it gets to the point where there's so many people, they're fucking blocking the street.
The police
fucking come again.
And we basically tell the police, like, hey, it's Waka Flocka. Like, we get fucking crunk. The police like, man, they were on some, like, nigga, we don't give a fuck who the fuck it is.
Hey, but they couldn't get, there were so many people.
So many people they
couldn't get through that we played at least 2 songs before we shut it down. On the third one, we should shut it down before they fucking really gonna fuck with us.
Yeah. That's when they were like,
and that's when Waka started walking out and everything, and the crowd dispersed. But we were holding back traffic. Motherfuckers couldn't get through, and then the police showed up on us.
Then after that, I think we ended up putting the fucking DJ booth up because it was just
it was just too hot.
And it was already dark at that time, but it was too much fucking like the harassment from the police was already like. We couldn't post up nowhere. Like every 10, 15 minutes, the police were coming up to us, talking shit to us, threatening us and shit like that, asking us if we got permits and all types of shit.
It became a hassle.
So
but then it was also the end of the night, like you said. We were done. We wanted to kind of just enjoy and not have to worry about that mobile booth for a minute.
But that was barely Friday though. That was barely Friday.
That was one day.
Yeah. So then I want to say Friday night. We ended up fucking calling it a night and shit. When did their car get broken into? The
that
Suburban
night.
with the trailer ends up getting broken into. Where did it get broken into? Downtown or somewhere else?
No, it was downtown.
So it was parked. Was it?
But they broke into it, but we had the DJ booth.
Okay,
remember?
yeah.
They broke into it and they fucking stole
that
gas.
night while we were mobbing it with the DJ booth and everything. There were some bum ass people in the South by Southwest vicinity in like one of the parking lots breaking in fucking cars. And I want to say there were like some other cars that got broken into too.
Yeah, we wasn't the only one. That whole parking lot got hit.
Hell yeah, that shit was fucking wild as fuck. Fucking bum ass people. I say South by Southwest, everybody out there fucking looking for some type of opportunity shit. Even if it ain't fucking good shit, they out there on some bullshit. But yeah, it's fucking so. Man, then we're still, man, this was a fucking long South by Southwest. We were there for many days.
We were there for
so
shit.
Then we're chilling.
Sunday.
We ended up fucking running to fucking Cantu's kinfolk from H-Town, who just who ends up being the tattoo artist.
Oh, TSF1, man. Shout out to my cousin.
For fucking
he
Homie
the
Worm, he
yeah.
does the tattoos for fucking, I don't know if he still does, but he used to do the tattoos for fucking all the TSF members and shit.
Him and Fifth Ward JP were real close. He would get them all the time. He did Walker. He did Steve Francis. A lot of Houston people. They had a shop off there off Westheimer.
So we're out there. They out there. They got the fucking drink and shit. He's like, hey, I got the drink. I want to buy some. Y'all got to pull up to our fucking hotel room. Man, just be like, okay, we'll pull up over there. We trying to get some drink and shit. Man, we didn't know this nigga's hotel room was goddamn fucking 45 minutes from fucking Austin.
Yeah,
goddamn, that's how desperate them niggas wanted to come to South by Southwest. Their hotel room was literally fucking 45 minutes from goddamn Austin shit. So we drove all the way out there, got the drink, came back and shit, had a fucking good time. And that was South by Southwest 2016, man. Shit, we had hella fun that year.
Shit. We had a great time that year.
Hell yeah, shit. Goddamn. Where Worm at now, man? You ain't talked to Worm?
He got a shop in Dallas. He back up there in Dallas.
Oh, he up there in Dallas and shit?
Yeah, he back in Arlington in the Ag.
Goddamn, that's what's up. Hell yeah.
But
shit, what's good with y'all out there? Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Shit, y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, follow, all that good shit. We need like some commercial breaks or some shit. Hey, y'all want to get y'all shit sponsored on here, man? Y'all hit us up in the inbox on Facebook, fucking YouTube, fucking whatever platform you on, Instagram. You can hit us up on Instagram, Twitch, all that good shit. Let us know if you want to get your shit advertised on the show, all that good shit. You know what I'm saying? Man, did you see that video where all them thieves ransacked that fucking Nordstrom in California and stole all that Gucci shit?
Yeah. That's so common over there now.
That's so common as fuck over there?
I feel like that's common there and that's common in New York.
New York? I think that's some catty ass shit.
I mean, I feel like it's, I don't know. Hey.
But they doing it everywhere like a motherfucker, though, shit.
They are. But, you know, they ain't the first people to do shit like that. There's people that do that shit to jewelry stores.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
Free my partner, Brandon,
or even
man.
They do it with the Apple stores, too, like that
yeah,
shit.
Yeah,
they run up in that bitch and do that.
Yeah,
So, I mean... But like I said, I feel like that is like a Cali, New York type thing.
Yeah, my homeboy named Brandon had hit a lick up there in H-Town and shit. Free my partner Brandon shit. It was like fucking 6 or 7 of them, and one of them got caught. And he was going to get a life sentence regardless, and he still snitched on everybody.
Damn.
My partner Brandon fucking doing 30 years. You know, Brandon, he went to Carroll with us. He was a class of 05.
Okay. Oh.
Fucking pal and shit.
Yeah.
He's hanging out with fucking Malcolm. Yeah, he doing 30 years now. Shit, man. Boy snitched on him and shit.
That's fuck.
Went through some bullshit up there in H-Town and shit. Man, were you here the other day when we were talking about the fucking gay Crip dude?
Yeah, no, I saw that episode.
Already, well,
I wasn't here for that conversation.
He just came out on fucking No Jumper.
Yeah, I mean, bro, man, Adam himself be doing some gay shit on No Jumper. Just asking.
Talk about it.
He be, we would just like had it in the background, and that motherfucker was talking about like, I don't know, some gay shit, bro. Like just him and another man wanting to fuck his wife, or like just him and like always wanting to ask people about some sexual shit. Like, I don't know if that's just some clickbait shit, but I feel like he always get like, you know, like them fools like back in the day, like we talked about, like, man, that's why
they always had some gay shit.
Yeah, some gay shit going on, you know, like.
Yeah. Well, there was one dude that was basically kept calling him and fucking like kept calling him weird and saying, this nigga, like, what the fuck's up with this nigga, bro? It was a video I was watching the other day, and basically he was asking that dude like some weird shit. But to be fair, they were like interview type questions, but the dude was so thugging it or so hard that every question that Adam was asking him that was just like some kind of gossip ass question, and he just kept calling Adam like weird and shit like that. Then he gets up and acts like he's gonna fight Adam and all types of shit, but nothing really went down. But I get what you're saying. Like, he be asking him like some suspect ass shit, like some weird ass shit.
I also feel like I said, that's some clickbait shit.
No,
like,
really.
It's to get some clicks, it's to get some views,
to post it as a title and shit like that,
or get the thumbnail.
You
get that thumbnail, and that's, you know, that shit works. So I feel like a lot of this that is, and I just don't got time for that shit. And
did you see the one with the little Kelpie dude?
Nuh-uh. Wait. The dude that got his ass beat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that shit.
Did you see the first one and the second? The first one to be whenever he went on there with him with Sharp and the other dude.
And they were talking about being a pimp.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that one. He
And
got
that's
his
the
ass
one.
beat.
That's the one
Yeah.
when that's the one when they let him make it. And then he came back with Adam. He did an interview with Adam and fucking Almighty Suspect.
Yeah, and Suspect beat his ass.
And that's when Suspect beat his ass.
Yeah,
But the
I saw
first
that.
interview he did with Sharp and Suspect,
And they
were
were just dogging on
fucking
him.
dogging on him,
Right?
and then he
yeah.
ends up walking
because
out.
he came in with a fur coat.
A fur coat,
Yeah.
some shiny ass shoes and shit like that.
Talking about what you know about the church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God
yeah,
damn. They
yeah,
were
I
like,
saw that
hell
shit.
yeah.
Yeah,
man.
no, I saw that one, and I guess like I saw them back to back, so that's why I think they're together. But I saw get his ass beaten, man. That motherfucker deserved it. He was talking some shit like, "Oh, who you call a bitch?" And then, bah, 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 bah.
Hell yeah.
I wish they would have showed I didn't get to see the unedited version.
I think I did see it. I did see it before they took it off and then put
I saw
it
his
back
ass
up
get
there.
hit and get rocked, but I didn't get to see the aftermath. Just whatever the fuck the dude posted like a couple days later on Instagram.
Yeah, because they were like worried that he was going to go through some
again.
Yeah, some court shit, and that's when basically Adam was asking him like, was he going to do charges, and he was cool with it, and not cool with it, but like.
But that's when I like No Jumper when they still had like AD and all these other motherfuckers, and they all gone now.
What do you think about that shit?
I feel like it was all some hoe ass shit too. Like I feel like Adam knows what he's doing, and I also feel like he didn't want to pay people that probably what they should get paid. I feel like he was keeping them, and I can see this. And there's been stories about where first and foremost, I understand it's a business, it's his business. He wants to make the most of it, make them where it is, because I get that. But you also got to treat your people right. If you don't treat your people right, they ain't, they gonna dip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if other people know the same game that you do and they understand percentage wise and shit, well then fuck, you can't get mad at them for wanting to ask what they think they're worth.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can't get mad at them for wanting to do their own thing, thinking they could do it and make that on their own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If anything, help the motherfucker, and you can profit off that shit, and y'all could both do it. But I feel like I don't think that conversation ever happened with them, and it just looked like it was one of those like, you're not worth this much. I don't think you're worth this much. I'm worth this much, and it's probably just some like shit like that. But I also feel like I can see Adam being that type of boss where he just don't care about his people. He can flip them out. He can switch them out as wants, like how he cancels people's shows and cancels them off shit. He is the boss. I get it, but
because they went and started with the Fig Community shit now.
Yo,
yeah, hell yeah.
All them motherfuckers left.
Everybody want to start their own shit now. Hell yeah. And then I saw basically where Adam was saying on another podcast that they were claiming to make more on their own that
they were making with him.
And he says that that's total bullshit.
I mean, it probably is.
You think it probably is?
Hell yeah.
Because even AD was basically showing his fucking his checks and then his statements and shit. And whenever you did the math, it came out to him making about fucking 55 to fucking 60,000 a year just off of fucking Adam. But Adam and AD also said that he was making an extra, basically like, I want to say like 5 to 10 grand a month by doing like other shit, by helping them get deals and shit like that.
So basically 6-figure contract.
No, not even the 6-figure. He was basically saying came down to about 80,000, about 80, 90,000 if I ain't mistaken.
Shit.
But he says that Adam says that he was making about 6 figures.
Adam making more than that.
No, Adam says that AD and them was making about 6
that's
figures.
I mean, I could see that because like the only reason why is like.
Do you think the different hosts should have been discussing what each person makes individually, or should they have treated it like a job where it's like, well, of course this dude's gonna make more because like, how do you think that works?
I mean, that's all on their contract. If it says they could talk about it or they can't, Like the one thing I do like, that dude Barstool guy, Dave Partnoy or whatever, the white boy. He starts everyone at his company at $100K
already,
and he's very upfront about that. He's all, if you come to work with me, I at least think you're worth $100K. Other people might get paid a lot more than you, but I think you're worth at least $100K if you work for me. And they all know where they start. And I respect him for that. And he's, he had a pod. That's what he is. A podcast that blew up and got bought out.
Already.
And I respect that shit. But I don't know. Adam always looks like he's trying to do some hoe shit, set some shit up just for clickbaits and things. And I don't know, like.
Well, I think he got like a whole edited team. I think
I'm pretty sure he do, but
you think he still has like an influence
but like
into it?
He said he got a lot, like how AD and everybody say he got last say on editing and everything, so he sees it all.
Really?
He does see it all before he says okay.
Really?
Ain't nothing to get out that don't say okay by him,
Hell yeah.
So like, regardless if he got an editing team, he still saw it before it got published.
Yeah, I did.
So.
Hell yeah. What do you think about the shit with him and his wife and the fucking porn star dude banging his wife and them making content and supposedly making millions off that shit.
That's their business, though.
I feel like that's that same shit too. Like that's what they're into
That's
too.
What,
shit
they're
like
in the porn industry.
They're into that. They're into that
so
shit.
Like you
yeah.
have to do that. That's kind of like having a fucking porn website and not having a gay section and this section. You know, like that's what you do. That's like Pornhub. They got fucking categories and everything you want because that's what they fucking offer. If you're gonna be in the porn industry, I'm pretty sure they're gonna offer you, hey, do you want to do a sex scene?
Well, I don't really look at it like that. I look at it more of like
that's the industry. His
girl's a fucking porn star, whatever the fuck she is. If she's good, like. Porn stars do get married. Like she ain't the first porn star that got
but they have
married. You know what I'm saying?
They have a porn podcast.
Yeah, they have a whole porn podcast and everything.
That's what I'm saying. Like and she does it with him. So like, why not? Like I don't see why they wouldn't. Because that's how they live their life. That's how they make their money.
Yeah.
You know, shit. Look how fucking Sauce was talking about earlier on his OnlyFans.
Yeah,
you know
hell
what I mean?
yeah.
Like, there's money to be made.
Hell yeah.
So
yeah, that's just
I can
crazy.
see them. I think they're over blowing up him being mad and this and that and all that. They all knew what the fuck they were getting into. It was. I think it's just a scheme. It's media shit, and it's for more people to be interested so they can get more money.
Let's talk about the new cast that they got over there. Shit, I want to say they got like Brick Baby, Crip Mac over there now. Sharp's still been over there for a minute.
There.
Fucking who else they got? Damn, what's the one nigga name from New York? I forgot his name, but I fuck with him too. Shit.
I ain't gonna lie, I haven't watched as much since they've left.
You haven't watched as much since they left?
I haven't.
Yeah, I fuck with Brick Baby. I fuck with Sharp still.
I'll catch clips here and there, but I won't watch how like I used to watch the whole episode.
I think his name is Court. Court. That's that nigga's name.
I still fuck with Sharp though.
Yeah.
But that's because I follow that fool on Instagram. So if I see a post, I'll go look up for that episode and watch that thing. And,
already.
You know, but other than that, like, no, I haven't been on it like. Nah, but after all that fallout.
So after the whole fucking cast change, you ain't really fuck with as much as you used to.
Yep.
That's kind of the way I feel too. I still catch it and watch it every now and then whenever they interview somebody good. Which man, the interviews have been real fucking scarce lately.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's more of just like news shit and all this. Yeah, they went through like a whole change over there.
That's what I'm saying. It's just not what I'm used to, like what I liked.
Yeah, in the comment section be people saying all kinds of crazy shit too, talking about. They're hurting for fucking views and all types of shit and shit like that. Yeah, that's just crazy and shit, man. Hell yeah. But shout out to No Jumper. I fuck with No Jumper and shit. I mean, shout out to all the other podcasts out there.
We talking about y'all, so.
Hell yeah.
You know.
Man, it's your boy DJ Lil King. Got my boy Cantu up in this bitch. It's a Ride High podcast. Let's chop it up. Know what I'm saying? We just here chilling on the motherfucking Saturday motherfucking night, early Sunday morning. You know what I'm saying? We about to in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate all y'all tuning in. Everybody goes back and watches this shit. College Station, Texas. What's good with it, man? Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the page, man.
Caldwell.
Yeah, all that good shit.
Navasota.
Y'all make sure y'all subscribe, like, follow the page, all that good shit. You know what I'm saying? Share the videos, shit. No matter whatever platform you on, fucking YouTube, fucking Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, shit, all that good shit. You know what I'm saying?
Like.
At Riding High Podcast. For sure. Let them know where to follow you at, man.
Shit, Can2MF _ on Instagram or Can2BRT on TikTok. So fuck with me.
Y'all follow me on Instagram at _DJ Lil King, on Facebook DJ LIL space KING. You know what I'm saying? Let's chop it up. Riding High Podcast. DJ Lil King.